30 time, baby, baby. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, back in the house, and yes, it is finally top 30 hip-hop albums of 2016 time. Yes, I'm very excited about this. Yeah, man, 2016, it was a very slow year for me in hip-hop. I mean, like I said in the previous video, I said, you know, I was being very selective of the albums I was buying. But even with that said, it just didn't seem like a whole lot actually came out in the year that I was really, you know, interested in stuff. There was just a lot of albums that I thought maybe were going to drop, but they didn't. I don't know, who knows, maybe 2017 will be a bigger year, but just really don't know. But I am overall pretty satisfied with the way the year ended up. I gotta say, man, the first like half of the year, the first 6 months was really slow. There wasn't a lot going on. Some of the albums that I was really digging in the first half of the year, you know, the more I listened to them, they kind of went down the list and even off the list of top 32. So that's quite interesting. Yeah, I think the year actually finished up pretty damn strong with some albums that just came out in like the last 2-3 months, you know, kind of the end of the last quarter of the year. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into this top 30 list. I will say there is going to be a couple albums in here that you'll see like little pictures above my shoulder. That's probably due to the fact that either I couldn't get my hands on a copy, or I'm actually waiting for the copy to come in, and I'll tell you which ones those are. Alright, so let's get right into this. In at number 30, of course, is the Jersey Connection, Elda Sensei, and K-Def. Man, I'm telling you, if this album had, you know, 7 more songs on it and not really just plays out like an EP, this would have been in probably my top 10. It was just pure fire. K-Def's production was just absolutely amazing. And Elda Sensei, like I said, he always rips everything he touches. It was really good for what it was. But, you know, with an intro and 6 songs, it's an EP. You know, you give me 12, 13, this is in the top 10, but good stuff. Check it out. Really good stuff. So that was number 30. And at number 29 is actually the second and final EP on this list. That's why they're so low on here. Which is People Under the Stairs, Getting Off the Stage, Stage 2, or Step 2. Again, you know, 6 songs, pure fire. Of course, this is meant to be an EP, but really amazing stuff. Some of the best stuff I've heard all year, actually. It's just really damn good. People on the Stairs never disappoint. They're my second favorite group of all time. I could rock these guys all day, all night. They never get old to me, and this is just more goodness from People Under the Stairs. So yeah, Getting Off the Stage, Step 2. Check it out if you haven't. It's really good stuff. Alright, in at number 28 is an album that I was really digging a whole shitload when it first came out. And it's one of those albums that almost dropped right off the list, which is probably going to surprise a lot of people out there. Based on how highly I was talking of this album. But, you know, with that said, it still made the top 30. There was like tons, there was like hundreds of albums I listened to this year. Yeah, so it still stayed in there. And that's, of course, De La Souls and the Anonymous Nobody. Yeah, man, I think that there's a couple songs in here that I would probably do without, and that's probably the main reason why it's so low down on the list. But like I said, it's still in the top 30. I still like it enough to have it on there. But there is a couple tracks, and there is a couple bumps in the road in this one. So, and with that said, you know, the albums that are above this one, there isn't really a whole lot of tracks on those albums that I would completely discard of. So that's why this one's a little lower, but I really enjoyed it. It's good. It's got its moments, and it also has a couple bad moments too. So, but yeah. So that was in at number 28. In at number 27 is, of course, the first one that you're going to see a picture above my shoulder, and that's Run the Jewels 3. The album actually hasn't been officially released. I have it on pre-order, so I will be obtaining a copy very soon, so you'll see it in my next update. Yeah, Run the Jewels 3, man. I listened to it a bunch of times. I thought it was really good. Just not as good as the previous 2 efforts. I think the chemistry's still there. The beats are getting really crazy. I just found that the album felt a little more serious to me overall, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I was just kind of it was kind of interesting, the tone of the record. It just didn't come off as fun as the previous two. And I think that's kind of what Run the Jewels is supposed to be all about and stuff. It just came off a little more serious, but you know, it's still a good record. I was just hoping for maybe just a tad bit better. I don't know, but it was still good though. Run the Jewels in at number 27. In at number 26 is of course Tori's Entitled record. This is good, man. You know, this one has a couple minor bumps in the road, but overall the record's really good. I think Tori is a dope MC. He holds it down. He can tell he's got mad love for hip hop, and he's pretty good at picking beats. I think there's just a couple choruses, maybe a couple beats on here that aren't like overly the greatest, but for the most part, this guy, most of his discography is really solid, and this is another one to add to the collection. So good stuff, man. Love Saturday Night, like I said before on the previous video. Primo tracks, fucking awesome. Get Down's one of my favorite songs of the year, produced by P Rock. Absolutely love it. So, but Tori, awesome stuff. In at number 26. In at number 25 is the first of the albums that were released digitally only. Now, this may have had like a minor limited pressing, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to talk to the producer of this record. I've talked to him many times, and he's probably watching this video, and that of course is The Soloist and BBC Darney with The Penalty of Living. This is really dope. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is kind of a weird cover. The printer was running out of ink actually on this one when I printed out, so but yeah, good stuff, man. It's again really short. There's only, I believe, only 8 songs on this. Yeah, there's 8 songs. And but it's really good. If you're familiar with BBC Darney's production, he's done a lot of work with U-Mang and stuff like that, and pretty much everything he's touched has just been gold to me. I love his boom bap production. I love the sample use. I love the arrangement of his beats, man. They're really dope. But this is good, man. The Soloist, he holds it down for these 8 tracks. It sounds amazing. Really good boom bap and stuff. But I'm pretty sure this one never actually got pressed up, because I did ask him and he said, you know, you're gonna have to wait and see if it gets pressed up. But I don't know if it actually ever did. So. But if it does, of course, I'm gonna buy a copy. But yeah, The Soloist, BBC Darney, great boom bap, absolutely amazing stuff. And that was in at number 25. In at number 24 is, of course, Mr. Lif, Don't Look Down. Now, Mr. Lif is one of those MCs to me that just never seems to fail me. You know, I love his style, I love his lyrical content, I love his delivery, and he's got this type of energy on the mic that just kind of, it kind of brings a smile to your face. You can tell he's having fun, but he's being serious with his content, his lyrics and stuff. That's what I like about this guy, man. He's kind of got that in-betweenness, you know, he's got the seriousness and, you know, he can still have fun and stuff, but mission accomplished, man. The Perception song on here, I wish they would do another record so bad. It's like a glimpse into the future. I hope they do this again, but such an awesome beat. It just fits their style so awesome and stuff, but yeah, Don't Look Down, good stuff from Mr. Lif. That was in at number 24. In at number 23 is one of the biggest surprises of the year for me, honestly, man, is that it's DIT's album, DITC Studios. When I first heard this was getting announced, like I said before, I wasn't expecting a whole lot from this album. I didn't really know what to expect, but it came through, man. The beats were really good, and I thought OC and HE just killed this record, man. As usual, OC, he's always been my favorite MC from DITC, man. I love OC's style, man, and it just really comes through on here. He's a very veteran rapper that just holds it down. He's got that presence about him, man. He's just got that, you know, that influence, and I think he makes everybody better on tracks when he's on there too. I don't know, something about him, but it's really good, man. It's got some pretty damn good songs on here, so give this one a shot. DITC. Yeah, that was number 23. In at number 22 is an album I actually thought was going to be, you know, initially when I was making this list a lot higher on the list, but just where it fell, you know, still in the top 20 or top 22, and that's Atmosphere with Fishing Blues. Yeah, the album's good, man. It's really good. It's like I said before in the last video, I should stop saying that, but it's laid back and it's got this kind of tone to it where it's kind of serious. It's like a serious tone to there's really no up-tempo tracks on this entire album. Like they just kind of wanted to have this certain tone, like this kind of melodramatic tone throughout the whole album, and it shows, and I think it works. I think it works actually quite well. I've heard from some people that they didn't really care for a lot of the rhymes on here. I completely don't agree with them being bad at all. I think it's really good actually, but yeah, it is what it is. Atmosphere, Fishing Blues. Good shit, man. And that was in number 22. In number 21 is The Partner, Havoc and The Alchemist. And, you know, like I said before, man, Mobb Deep needs to just do an album with the Alchemist. There's, like I said, there's a song on here, The Guns Hold the Drum with Prodigy, and it's just fantastic. It's like a glimpse of what we could have to come. But overall, I think Havoc is actually really good on this record, man. I think the beats fit him so perfect. And that's one thing about the Alchemist, is that he can always lace people with good beats. You know, he kind of fits their style like perfectly. I think Alchemist is just a great producer. He's got so much variety in his beats, man. Sometimes, like, you can hear an Alchemist beat and you'd be like, that's Alchemist? That's crazy. Like, that doesn't happen very often. Like, there's so many producers out there with a signature style, signature sound, I should say. Alchemist can really change it up to the point where you're like, wow, that's crazy. So, but that's cool, man. The Partner, love that record. That was in at number 21. Into the top 20, we've got Feature Magnetic, Kool Keith. Man, absolutely love this record, man. Really, really good stuff. Like I talked about it before, and I said, you know, the concept of the record's fun. It's been done before where these, you know, these cats, they have a feature on every song and stuff, but it's the beat choices on here that I think are so interesting. I think hearing Slug over, you know, West Coast beat is just fantastic and stuff, but it's really good stuff, man. It's very awesome to hear Kool Keith rhyming again, not being lazy. For so many years in the 2000s, like, he was just talking on records and literally just, it sounded like he's being lazy, man. Not as lazy as that fucking mumble rap bullshit, but even Kool Keith's bad records is better than that bullshit, but that these young cats put out these days. But this is good, man. This is really funky and fun. A lot of good beats on here, so yeah. And that was Kool Keith at number 20. Into the top 20, breaking into the top 20, we have a great, great album. I hope everyone checks this one out. It's really good shit. And that's Truth, From Ashes to Kingdom Come. Yeah, the album, oh, just so good, man. Really dope boom bap beats on here. Great features and stuff like that. And it's just a solid, solid record. You know, 17 tracks, is like 16 songs, I believe, on here, or 15 songs or something. And yeah, just all the way through, nothing but solid, non-generic hip-hop. It's really good stuff. I absolutely love the song on here, Write What I Wrote with AG and OC from DITC. It's fucking amazing. Really good stuff, so give that one a shot. And that was in at number 19. In at number 18 is Apollo Brown, and yes, Ugly Heroes, of course. Can't have a top 30 list without some Apollo Brown, right? Ugly Heroes, man. Good stuff, man. I gotta say, Peace of Mind, I believe it's the first single off here, I'm not 100% sure. Probably one of my favorite songs of the year. It's just absolutely amazing. It's that total signature Apollo Brown sound with, you know, Red Pill and Verbal Kent just killing the fucking mic. And it's good shit, man. Real laid back, you know, Apollo Brown, kind of boom bap-ish. Good stuff. Yeah. So that was in at number 18. In at number 17 is Jensu Dean. Yeah. Jensu Dean with Raw. Yeah, man, the album cover just looks like, it doesn't even look like a hip-hop record, man. It's pretty awesome stuff. But I gotta say, man, this is some of the most soulful, boom bap-ish, laid-back hip-hop I've ever heard Jensu Dean do, man. It's like amazing. There's like awesome, you know, obviously producer record. It's got Diamond D on it. Dynast makes an appearance on the record. Man, Dynast's album that came out a few years ago is really dope. We got Red Pill on here. Substantial, J Live is on the record. But like some really good laid back stuff. There's even an awesome track with Rock Marciano. Really good stuff, man. Give Jensu Dean Raw's record a chance. I've got it coming in the mail. Just never showed up yet before I did this video, which is unfortunate. So got to make an edit and put a picture right here. But it is what it is, man. If you like that laid back shit, man, really solid stuff. So that was Jensu Dean. All right, in at number 16 is Code 9 and Purpose from Tragic Allies. With Below Sumerian Skies. Awesome record, man. If you're familiar with Tragic Skies, with Tragic Allies, they're a really dope group, man. Really awesome boom bap type music and stuff. They formed a group, Seven Gems, of course, with Tragedy Gaddafi. But yeah, you know, fucking Code 9, and Purpose kind of branched off and did this record together and stuff like that. But it's really good stuff, man. Really awesome boom bap. Not a lot of features on the record, man. It's just kind of them lacing their own shit, doing what they do best. Is just some laid back, awesome hip hop. Code 9 spits the real, man. It's really good shit. So check out Code 9 and Purpose. Below Sumerian Skies. Really awesome record. This is actually one of the two albums in this list that For some reason, man, this shit sold out so quick, and I can't get my hands on a copy, man. There's like no copies to be found anywhere. I'm super, super pissed off about it, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna keep looking. I'll eventually probably come across a copy, but the thing was, I think underground hip hop at the time was the only media outlet that was selling this, and that I could find anyways, and it was just gone. And I put it off too long because the shipping from underground at the time was just so shitty, and waited too long, gone, and my bad, but I'll get around to getting a copy. So Code 9 and Purpose, check it out. Alright, so in at number 15 we got General Steel and ESK, Building Bridges. Man, this album was one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. Dude, super, super dope, laid back boom bap. Like every song, there's 12 tracks on the record. Just fucking phenomenal stuff, man. I was really taken back by this album. I wasn't even really gonna check it out, and so I checked it out, and I was like, holy fuck! Instantly on Amazon, grabbed myself a copy, but it never showed up, as you guys can tell, because I'm not holding one in my hand. It's supposed to be here on Monday, so unfortunately, but whatever, make an edit. And really good stuff, man. I really enjoyed the record, man. It's got a lot of great features. You got Buckshot, of course, from Boot Camp Click on there. You got some Rusty Jucks, and you got this VVS on like every single song. So it's kind of like building bridges with these younger cats and stuff like that. But General Steel sounds so dope, man. I mean, I wish OGC would actually like put something else out, man. I don't really know what the other cats are doing these days, but yeah, Building Bridges, check out the record. Absolutely love it. Really, really good stuff. Yeah. Alright, so in at number 14 here, man, we got Vinny Paz of the Cornerstone of the Corner Store. Yes, Vinny, man, he never really disappoints me. I don't think this one is as good as his previous two records, but it's still really damn solid. I think he comes through as hard and as good as he usually does, really. I just think that there's a few hooks on here that probably should not have been used. I really like the track The Void. I mean, I still bump it like all the time, but I tell you, man, that chorus, it gets me every time, but I'm used to it now. But good shit, man. Really, really good shit. Vinny Paz, always delivering. What can I say? So, yeah. And that was, of course, in at number 14. In at number 13 was another really kind of big surprise for me this year. I wasn't expecting, a whole lot from this record, but it came through. And that's Don't Smoke Rock, Smoke Dizza, and of course Pete Rock. Good shit, man. Really, really good stuff. I think the biggest surprise of the record for me wasn't the fact that Pete laced it with really dope beats and Smoke Dizza sound pretty good on him and stuff. Was the features actually kind of worked out, and they didn't disrupt the flow of this record at all, because there's a fair amount of features on here, but it actually ended up kind of working. I was really worried about Rick Ross. Like, I couldn't even believe that I was hearing a Pete Rock song with Rick Ross on it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is insane. But good beats, man. Pete Rock still got it. He's still doing his thing, and I'm so glad that he's doing producer records, man. This is awesome shit. Pete needs to put out his own album again, man. So that'd be cool. So Don't Smoke Rock in at number 13. In at number 12 is an album that I bumped the shit out of this year, and that, of course, is Sick Jackin's Psychedelic. Absolutely love this record, man. Brain Damage, one of my favorite tracks of the year. It's just, it hits hard on almost every single track. He gets a little slower towards the end and stuff, but I think overall, the more you listen to this record, man, you just kind of, you become involved with his flow and stuff, man. He's just got this very kind of, I don't know, magnetic, or there's something about listening to Sick Jackin's voice and his flow. I don't know what it is, man, but it always kind of sucks me in, and I just want to hear more. But yeah, really good record. Check it out. In at number 11, we got the Snow Goons with Goom Bap. Man, this record, holy shit, dude. Like, the concept of the record was to take it back to the 90s, with that fucking straight up boom bap. Well, they did it, man. Like, there's like 21 tracks on here. A lot of old school cats, a lot of newer cats on here and shit, but everybody just laced it so good. There's a track with the Doppelgangers, which is absolutely amazing. Epidemic just kills it on this record. There's a song in here called The 90s Are Back, and it's got OC, UG, Sticky Fingers, Drez, 9, Sonny Caesar's on the track, man. Roscos, Psycho Les, like you can't get any more fucking 90s than that, man. It's amazing. I mean, you got guest appearances from Diabolic, Chino XL, Little Fame, Fredro Starr, fucking Method Man, Sean Strange, Infamous Mob's even on here, you know, Slain. It just goes on and on and on. It's like a typical Snow Goons record. Nothing but amazing features. But this album just, damn, it just sounds so good. Got the album on pre-order. I think it came out a couple weeks ago in the States. It doesn't get released here in Canada until, I believe, the 13th. So I've got it on pre-order, so I'll have a copy. You'll see it next update, blah, blah, blah. We know about that shit. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Snow Goons record. I thought it was just fantastic. It kind of blew my socks off a little bit. And came very, very close to hitting that top 10. So, but yeah, Goon Bap, Snow Goons, awesome record. Alrighty, so into the top 10. Yes, man, I'm so excited about this. Now, my number 10 spot, man, has to go to this cat because I've been waiting so long for this record, and you know what? It didn't disappoint. If anything, it just got me excited to hear more material, which is a good thing. And that, of course, is UG's Portals. Yes, I absolutely love this record, man. I thought it was fantastic. I love the cover arts. The production by Idea was absolutely amazing on this, man. I love the mixdown, too. UG's voice is still like it was back in 1996 when Realms of Reality came out from Cellar Dwellers. It's just so good, man. Really, really good stuff. I like his approach, man. He's kind of abstracting his flow a little bit and his rhymes a little bit too, but it seems to work and it's got so much replay value, man. I was bumping this shit ever since I got this record. It actually took me a little bit to acquire it. Pre-ordered this on Amazon. They couldn't get it, so I had to get it from somewhere else, and oh, fuck, the usual runaround with pre-ordering bullshit. But yeah, highly recommend this record. Totally awesome shit. UG Portals, awesome. In at number 10. In at number 9 is an album that I wish BBZ Darney would actually press up because I absolutely love this record so much. And Umang is obviously, I've mentioned so many times in so many videos, he's one of my favorite underground MCs. I think the guy just kills it. And that, of course, is Autumn Breeze. And of course, this one right here is Umang, D-Rev, and BBZ Darney. And it's fucking awesome, man. It's a really great concept record about, you know, just kind of that warm autumn weather and stuff like that. And they kind of made the beats and the rhymes and everything kind of relative to that time of year. Good shit, man. Really, really good shit. Umang, of course, just kills it. D-Rev, awesome. BBZ Darney's production is very, very soulful and clever. The arrangement's awesome in it. I just wanted more from this one, too. I believe there's, how many songs? There's 10 tracks on here. I could have done with another 4 or 5 for sure. This was such a great album. Bumped the shit out of this one. I hope it sees the light of CD or vinyl. Maybe both someday, like all the other BBZ Darney projects too. But so BBZ Darney on this list twice. Fucking awesome. In at number 9. Love that record. All right. Moving along, into number 8 is a digitally only album that came out, and I can't believe it's only digitally only. I have no idea why. He's obviously pressed up all his other albums in his 30-year career, and that is, of course, Craig G, I Rap and Go Home. Now, I love that title. It's just Craig G with his no gimmicks, no bullshit, just, you know, rap and I go home. And that's exactly what you get on this album, man. There's no frills, there's no gimmicks. It's Craig G just, you know, just spit in the fucking fire, man. He's got a track on here called What's Fucking With That. Absolutely awesome shit, man. Really good stuff. He did a track with Jerobi on here. Really good stuff, man. Cool Keys on here. We got Roscos and Buckshot, Cannabis. Features don't take over, man. Craig G is still as prevalent as he always has been. He's always got that huge voice. He's always got the great rhymes. Beats are fucking fantastic on this. I think this is just, it's a slept-on gem from this year. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. It's probably because it doesn't have a physical and it didn't really, I don't know, it's like iTunes, so had to purchase it that way and shit like that. So, but yeah, Craig G, man, awesome. Love the cover. It's like his album that he put out a couple years ago, The Ramblings of an Angry Old Man, or whatever it was called. I just fucking loved it, man. It's got good shit. But yeah, still holding it down in his 40s, man. He's doing a good job. So that was in at number 8. In at number 7 is an album that, man, dude, like, I again just wanted a lot more from this. And that is Afro Polo. Of course, Afro, all produced by Marco Polo. This is fucking really good shit, man. Absolutely love Marco Polo's production, man. He's been one of my favorite producers ever since he came out years and years ago. just such a great guy. Great production, just everything about Polo is just totally awesome. But yeah, Afro, very unique individual. Voice doesn't quite fit him. It's just more manly than because he's just such a young boy and stuff. It's just so strange. He's like in his late teens and but funny album, good clever rhymes. Pharoah Monch's his feature on here is totally awesome stuff, man. Really good. Check it out. Afro Polo. Going to see him in a couple days. I'll report back on that. So yeah, Afro Polo in at number 7. In at number 6, we have got an album that that I just discovered. Or I just discovered this MC a few months ago. Randomly came across a video by this guy and I was like, what the fuck? I actually thought the song was done in the 90s when I first clicked on about the first 30 seconds. I was like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? And then he started rapping and he was telling, you know, what he was rapping about and stuff. And I was like, okay, this has to be newer. And it's like amazing. I went and checked it. I had to purchase it on iTunes. It's digitally only. So I had to pay the $10 for this. So I made my own copy. And that is Real Prophecy, and it's called the Boom Bap album. This is some strictly straight up mid-90s boom bap, very laid back. It's very typical to what you're expecting it's going to be. It's just awesome. It's all about just representing hip hop, the culture, you know, doing his thing, you know, kicking the rhymes and stuff like that. It's awesome. It's really good stuff. I don't believe there's any features on this, man. I don't think there's any features. 13 tracks, no interludes, nothing, no gimmicks, no bullshit. It's just a guy who loves hip hop, repping the boom bap. You know, even he's got the song that I heard was called That New Boom Bap Feel. And it's just basically a homage to boom bap, and like the whole fucking album is. Really good stuff, man. Real Prophecy. I gotta check. I saw that he's got more stuff available, so I gotta go back and check some of that other stuff out. But if it's anything like this, I'm definitely gonna be peeping it out. So, but yeah, Real Prophecy in at number 6. Right, top 5 time, man. Yeah, into the top 5. And in at number 5 comes Epidemic's 4 Dimensions on a Paper. Yes, I am not holding a physical copy because it's such a shitty story, man. So I kind of, same thing happened, you know, I was kind of putting off buying the CD and stuff. It sold out and on Underground Hip Hop, and I was like, damn, what the fuck? So I purchased the vinyl and it never showed up. It never showed up, man. I don't know if it got shipped or whatever happened, but it fucking never showed up in my house. Super pissed off because I, you know, after the shipping price conversion, it paid a lot for it, never showed up. But by the time, because a long time had gone by, that had also sold out, so now it is not available anywhere, apparently out of print, and I don't have a physical copy now, and I'm super pissed because it's one of my favorite albums of the year. Epidemic has been one of my favorite groups of, you know, the last 6, 7, 8 years, ever since they've been out, and I've got all their other work, and I'm missing this one. It really pisses me off, but really great album, long album, man. There's like 20 tracks on this one or something like that. It's very typical of Epidemic, very, you know, soulful, laid back, boom bap stuff. And of course, the rhymes are just out there. They're totally awesome. It's really good stuff. It's one of those albums you can just sit there and vibe and just, it never gets old, man. It's just awesome if you like that laid back, boom bap stuff. But Epidemic, 4 Dimensions on a Paper. Love the album cover too. It's good shit. So, but yeah, that is in at number 5. In at number 4 is, yes, Beneficence, Basement Chemistry. Absolutely awesome record from top to bottom. No fucking around on this one. This one is just hard hitting, good, awesome beats, man. Great scratch courses, awesome features. Everything about this record is really good. There's no misses on this entire album. It's just one of those solid records that you can feel very confident putting it in, press and play, and just letting it play all the way through. If you have it on vinyl, I think it's on vinyl. I don't know. I have to peep that out. You're gonna have to flip it, but probably a couple times. But yeah, man, this is really solid shit, man. I highly recommend this to everybody out there. It's totally awesome. Beneficence, 3 solid albums under his belt right now, and can't go wrong with his work, man. He's just totally awesome. Check him out. Yeah, that was in at number 3. In at number 2 is, you know, I feel like I'm kind of biased here, but I feel like I'm not at the same time. My favorite MC of all time here, and of course with the Falling Season, Masta Ace's The Falling Season. Another great concept record, man. I think Masta Ace is just truly one of the greatest storytellers out there. This album, you know, just upon, looking at the back, you see skit after skit after skit, but the skits are part of the story, and he tells such a vibrant, exclusive story, and it's such a personal story that you almost can relate to it, even though you're not Master Ace. Like, everybody had this kind of coming of age story, of transitioning from middle school to high school or whatever. I mean, maybe not everybody, but everybody has one of those school stories, so you can kind of relate to this, the ups and downs with school sports and friends and things like that, and growing up and things like that. And it's what makes this album so good, because it kind of hits home with everybody. And Master Ace, man, still doing it. He's living with this criminal disease, and he's just fucking doing it still, man. It's amazing. The guy he blows my mind. He really does. Master Ace, Falling Season, awesome. Really, really good stuff. In at number 3. In at number 2 is Tribe Called Quest. Yes, I always forget the name of the album. We Got It From Here. Thank You for Your Service. It's just such a long title, man. No, but I love this record, man. Rest in peace to Fife. It's probably one of the worst days I had all last year. I was so shocked by his death that it affected me even to right now. I still can't believe that he's gone. It seems like it was so abrupt, but he was living with diabetes for so long and stuff, and apparently had a really bad case of it, but it's the way it goes, I guess. But, Tribe Called Quest, my favorite group of all time. A lot of people thought this was going to be my number 1 record. I'm probably going to shock some people here, but yeah, man, this one, I thought the production was really good. Q-Tip still has it. Q-Tip still has that ear for making dope beats, good samples, good arrangements. I thought some of the features were actually kind of interesting on here. Having Andre on a song, at first I was like, wow, that's really weird. It didn't work for me at first, but then upon listening to it a couple more times, like, it totally did. It just kind of fit the mold and stuff. But I wish Fife had more verses on here. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, he passed away. It's explainable. So, but yeah, the last record by Tribe Called Quest. It's awesome to hear Jerobi on here. So everyone give this one a shot, man. Vinyl sounds fantastic, by the way. Got that one too, so. But yeah, good shit. In at number 1 is probably not a big surprise to a lot of people out there. I seriously think this is the best album of the year. It's phenomenal on all levels. And that, of course, is The Impossible Kid by A$AP Rock. This album right here is just another piece of his amazing discography. It's just, the guy just seems to put out great album after great album, but this one right here it's up there with some of the best work he's ever done. And when I mean beats, you can tell the concentration was there. I mean, his story for this album, selling off everything, moving into a barn, and just kind of secluding himself from society and doing what he does best, which is music, concentrating on writing and making beats, and that's what he does, man. A$AP Rock, he produces, he writes, he raps, he does it all. He's a very interesting guy. He's very abstract. He's kind of eccentric, I think, at times too. You can tell that when his abstract rhymes and things like that. But he's one of those guys that you can tell he's super smart, and it just shows up on here, man. It's just everything about him is on here. This album's wearing it's got his heart all over it, man. It's crazy, but it's awesome. I think it deserves the number 1 spot. It's my personal favorite. Who knows? Other people might not think it is the best album of the year. It doesn't matter. This is just all subjective anyways. This is just my personal favorite albums of the year. Yeah, that is going to do it for my top 30 list. I would love to hear your guys' list. You don't have to do a top 30, maybe just list your top 10 or whatever. Very, very curious to see what everyone has on their list. There's a lot of albums that I left off the list that, were deserving of being on here. Like Common's album is really good. There's a bunch of other ones. Sadat X's album, I can't believe I left off. I really enjoyed it too, but it is what it is, man. There's 30 spots. It's the way it goes. And that is going to do it for this top 30 list of 2016. Overall, pretty strong year, I have to say. So looking forward to 2017. Haven't really inquired about too much that's supposed to be coming out, but I'm sure it's going to be another explosive year in hip-hop with releases and stuff. I mean, I would honestly like to hear or see a new Nas record, to be honest, but who knows, maybe a Primo produced album. I don't know, man. I'm just old school like that, I guess. But anyways, that is going to do it, guys, for the video. I will check you guys in the next video, which is going to be it's not going to be a top 10 video. it's going to be just a kind of a list video, just having fun video or whatever. But stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming very, very soon. And as usual, guys, thank you for watching and subscribing, and peace.